going on, YouTubers? We're back again with another episode of Wrestling Paradise. I have my co-host here. Introduce yourself, bro.
What's up, everybody? Preston back here, and we have a very special edition of Wrestling Paradise. I know it's been a while since we've done one of these, but, life does get in the way, and so does a lot of other things. But Alyx and me are going to do something that I know a lot of the wrestling fans out there are probably going to go do a Daniel Bryan yes on this one, but yeah.
I'm not going to do it. Fuck it.
Yeah, good.
Yeah!
Good.
Yeah!
You fucking troll.
But yeah, guys, this edition of Wrestling Paradise is going to be on the Attitude. Very special video.
But before we get into this, Alyx, me and you actually have a rant that we were planning on doing since Victory Road. So I'm going to tell you that we're going to do that first because, we planned on it. So I'm sticking to my guns. We're still going to do it because it needs to be done because me and Alyx had to sit through some bullshit last Sunday. And also, speaking of ranting, there will be some ranting in this commentary. Now, don't get your panties in a wad. It's going to be on the bad stuff of the attitude, the bad angles, and of course, the one and only Mr. Vince Russo, because I have some more shit to say about that motherfucker. Let's do the Victory Road portion of this video that we planned on doing since Sunday, so I'm going to let you kick this one off.
So, me and Preston decided to watch Victory Road. Why?
Unfortunately, we must have took some, full killer suicide pills, and we're just going to commit suicide. But Alyx said, "Oh, come on, Preston, let's watch the main event." I'm like, all right, fine.
Now why is it when I do that, Preston?
Wait, Alyx, by the way, Alyx always will drag me to a TNA pay-per-view when they suck. Like Turning Point or something like that. He'll just say, let's watch this, and it'll wind up being like one of the worst TNA shows ever. Like, thanks, Alyx.
But now, granted, I'll say it like this, okay? The match we turned it on to, Jeff Hardy versus Kurt Angle, that was a good match.
Jeff Hardy, Kurt Angle, I was this close to putting it on my match of the year list. Yes, I'm not shitting. Jeff Hardy, Kurt Angle, phenomenal match. I mean, Kurt Angle might be a little crazy, for those of you who have seen the Twitter stuff.
A little crazy.
Yeah.
A little crazy. But anyways, getting into the main event match, this is where we lose. We just lost it.
Oh, okay. Now, when I heard Sting was going to be in this match, I was already kind of like, I was kind of skeptical. But I'm like, it's Sting. I'm a Sting fan. Actually, I'm a Sting mark. Fuck it. And I'm like, all right, Sting, Bobby Roode. And then when I heard No Holds Barred, I'm like, interesting. We have some stuff to play with here. No, not really. We don't have anything to play with here. Because this match sucked. This sucked ass. This match was No Holds Barred. Why? And by the way, before, when me and Alyx turned on this pay-per-view, Mike Tenay and Taz, which, by the way, are two of the most boring commentators together.
Tell me about it. These guys don't give a shit.
I love Taz when he worked with Michael Cole, but Jesus Christ, him and Mike Tenay is like goddamn NyQuil. It is ridiculous. But anyways, after Kurt Angle and Jeff Hardy, they were, hyping up, this match just falls counter anywhere, they can go anywhere in the building, No Holds Barred, Bobby Roode, Kurt Angle, whatever. I can hype up a fucking match better than they can. But, and, when I heard that, I'm like, all right, man, these guys are going to take it out into the crowd, or they're going to do something crazy. My God, what we got, I was like, now I know, some people are going like, what is Sting and Bobby Roode? It's Bobby Roode, people. But when I heard Sting and Bobby Roode, I'm like, they can make something out of this, like some type of, brawl, or they could fight, no. What we got was the worst No Holds Barred DQ match, no DQ match I've ever seen in my life. It was so bad, they didn't use any weapons besides one steel chair. I don't even know what the fuck that is. That's basically, it's like, Alyx, take it.
There is no ounce of psychology to this match whatsoever. Sting didn't take any kind of bump except the bump at the end. Bobby Roode was taking most of the bumps.
Which we'll get to.
But Bobby Roode was taking most of the bumps in this match, dude. And it was like Sting was just kicking his ass. Then Bobby Roode got scared. He hit him down a few times, but it's like most of the match was all Sting.
My thing with this match, Alyx, it was weird. It was awkward. Like, the way they were working in the ring, I'm just like, this is not flowing well at all. This is like, very sloppy, there was one spot where Sting did the Stinger Splash on the guardrail. That was cool. That was like the only good spot of the match, actually, that I remember. But everything else, it was just very awkward and by the way, here's another little thing I want to talk about. Referees in no holds barred matches, I fucking hate you. The reason I say this, you are always in the way, always on top of the wrestlers, don't use the chair, it's fucking no rules. You can fucking use a chainsaw if you wanted to, for God's sakes, I'm just figuratively speaking here. Barbed wire, whatever the hell you want to use. No rules means anything goes, and I just hate it. All the times on fucking no rules matches, the referees are always pandering the wrestlers, always, getting on their case. I hate it when referees do that. Just a little tangent.
Yeah, I understand that too. But getting back to the match, like I said, Bobby Roode was doing most of the selling. Sting, it just goes to show you, this man is too old. He can't take bumps like he can anymore.
I love you, man. You're one of my favorite wrestlers as a kid. Still one of my favorite wrestlers to this day. Hang it up, man. Seriously.
I enjoy him as a character. I enjoy him as, like, the commissioner of Impact Wrestling, I suppose. He's good in that role.
Yes.
But as a wrestler, dude, hang it up. No, don't do it no more. But the match itself had no psychology. I was, like, bored. Literally bored watching this match.
I was bored to death during this match. I was just like, when's this going to pick up? And it never did.
We thought it was when we got the chair, but holy shit.
No, that spelled the doom and the death for the ending. Okay, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Okay, the spot at the end of the match was, I think Bobby Roode hit Sting with the chair, was trying to hit Sting or some fucking shit. It ended up, Bobby Roode set up the chair, like, he unfolded the chair, set up the chair. And he was going to powerbomb Sting through the chair, which, Sting countered, and they bumblefuck around, I don't know what the hell happened, and Scorpion Death drops him and knocks himself out. And that's the finish of the match. And I lost my shit. Scorpion Death drops him, he hits the back of his head on this steel chair, and by the way, this had to have been the weakest, well-made steel chair ever, because when he hit the back of his head on the chair fucking folded, down, it fucking broke the chair. That chair must have been made out of the goddamn plastic. That was no steel chair. And what happens? Bobby Roode covers him. 1, 2, 3.
See, and the reason why I don't like the ending is because, first off, Roode shouldn't be beating Sting like this. He should have dominated Sting, man. Why is he beating him by...
This is some Vince Russo shit. I thought he left TNA.
I think beating him by, mishaps by him hitting his head on the steel chair. Is Sting really that retarded? I love Sting, but you have to be really retarded to accidentally...
He just countered a move that he was going to be powerbombed on the same chair.
It was right behind you. You just looked at it. How can you hit your head on the chair and you just looked at it? And then the ending of it afterwards.
Then after the finish, it gets worse. And I mean, I know you're thinking, how the fuck, Preston, can we go worse from here? But let me not forget, it's TNA. It's total nonstop bullshit. Okay. Bobby Roode rolls out of the ring, and Dixie Carter, who I cannot stand, gets Dixie, Bumpo, bitch, whatever the fuck her name is, gets her over the rail, pulls her in the ring, and this segment drug on for what seemed like 10 minutes. I know, I'm fucking stumbling like a drunk man. I don't give a shit. And this segment sucks so bad, because Sting was laid out or whatever. And, oh my god, Alyx, this was just terrible. I mean, he hit Sting in the back with the chair. Ooh, hit him in the back. Holy crap balls.
And that was it. And then he handcuffed him to the ropes. He was all like...
No. He duct taped him to the ropes.
Oh my god, the appearance of duct tape.
It is being brought back. Batista's revenge.
Really? Are you serious? Duct tape?
Duct tape being brought back. I laughed my ass off.
Bobby Roode, stoop that low. Oh god.
And then Dixie Carter gets in front of Sting, and she's like trying to act. I'm like, you fucking suck, Dixie. More the way it's the one, by the way. Sting, and Roode tries to hit her with a chair, whatever the fuck, and she's trying to unwrap the duct tape. I'm like, this is so fucking bad.
Bobby Roode, bless his heart, he tried to make something out of it.
God, Bobby Roode, I love you, man. One of my favorite
things. He tried his best to make this work, but it just didn't, Bobby.
Thank God for James Storm, who's one of my favorite wrestler in TNA. Thank God.
Okay, so to end this on a positive note, let's at least say this. Bobby Roode retained. That's a
Well,
good...
no, it wasn't even for the belt. It wasn't even for the title.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a non-title match. In my opinion, Bobby Roode pulled no positives out of this. Because,
okay. I'll try. Let me say it like this. I'm trying to pull out a positive. Shut up. No. But it's just like this. At least he gave some type of heel heat, because he did
Right, he gave some heat because the fucked up fans that actually go watch Impact Wrestling, by the way, if that show wasn't for free, there would not be one person in that house. Just saying. I mean, Dixie Carter, you know, if they want to draw heat because of her and just...
That was a poor way to execute it. I felt like...
It fucking sucked balls. And I'm like...
I didn't like it.
I mean, yeah, Victory Road last year was bad, but this is... I mean, it's not as bad, but it's
not as bad, but it wasn't...
It's terrible still. It's just like... You seriously couldn't have went out there and let Sting and Rude, you know... fucking brawl around and do some shit. No, this is the worst no holds barred match ever. One of the worst pay-per-view endings ever, in my opinion. Just
it could have been done so much better.
Fuck TNA. I love some of the guys. Hell, Shannon Moore's not even in the company anymore. Shannon, you good for you. Fuck. All the guys I love in TNA, like James Storm and Bobby Roode, those, you know, I really only like 3 or 4 guys. Mickey James, like, I like maybe 5, 6 people in TNA, literally. But yeah, I agree, you know, Victory Road is on a hot streak. Look, we had Jen Rosk and Sharmell, we had the fucking, Sting and Jeff Hardy, and we had Sting and Bobby Roode this year. My god, TNA, you're hitting them out of the park with some of the shittiest fucking pay-per-view endings and matches I've ever seen in my life. Great job.
Preston, I'm getting a bad taste about talking about this. Can we move on?
Let's move on to actually what this commentary was going to be on.
Yeah, guys. And let's just say this. I look forward to Bobby Roode versus James Storm. Me
too. And I am watching Lockdown, for those of you who are wondering. I am going to watch Lockdown just because it's James Storm having an opportunity at the world title, and I'm going to watch that no matter what. So, but TNA, my God, please, for the love of God, can you fix your shit? Because fix it. Let's get the bullshit of TNA out of sight. Let's move on to the era that kickstarted the glory of professional wrestling, in my opinion, for us. So, Alyx, I will let you start this one off.
In 1997, Vince McMahon came on WWE program and announced the Attitude Era. This era wasn't, well, you like to say this era was born from ECW. It was ECW that, you know, really pushed WWE to really, you know, change things up and get edgy. Honestly, it was WCW.
It was the combination of two things, Alyx. Yeah. It was WCW pushing Vince's back towards the wall, and he saw ECW, and he said, I'm going to take ECW, I'm going to smash it together with WWF, and I'm going to make WCW look like yesterday's news. And that's what he did. No, that's not the only thing. But that's one of the biggest factors of it. You know what I'm saying? So,
but out of that was born the Attitude Era. But the catalyst of this era was what happened at the Montreal Screwjob with Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. Because out of that was born the Vince McMahon character. You know, everybody was all pissed off at the WWE for what they did to Bret Hart and stuff like that. But it was during that night that the curtain was pulled back. And things just was called like it was from then on in.
Alyx, here are two other things that I want to mention that to me are big things as well. The month before, at Bad Blood, when Kane was introduced and Taker Shawn, and King of the Ring. Those are two other things that were leading up in the Attitude Era as well in the spring and summer of '97. Those two things as well. You know, of course, SummerSlam that year where, you know, Shawn hit Taker with the chair, and, you know, that feud started, which, you know, Hell in a Cell and all that. But, you know, I agree. Montreal Screwjob was one of the big things to me that, you know, led up to the Attitude Era, and then, of course, the Rumble, and then Austin, and then fucking Bon Voyage from there.
I mean, because, yes, we had the feud with Austin and Vince McMahon driving this era.
Oh, my God.
Alongside that, we had people like the New Age Outlaws. Oh, fuck, yeah.
Which, I think me and Alyx, when we get to them, we will talk about them immensely, because I know I'm a big fan of them, and I think he is as well. Of course, DX, Mick Foley. How in the fuck? Okay, nobody can forget Mick Foley. You got, Al Snow. I mean, just
Val Venus, the Godfather. Ooh,
the Dudleys when they were brought in from ECW. The Hardys, Edge and Christian, the Brood, Gangrel.
Oh my God, the Brood. Yes.
Undertaker, Kane. I mean, this is the era
of darkness. Holy shit.
This is the era that, when I made that video on Mercenary, if you haven't checked it out, what happened to characters in wrestling, this is what I was referring to. This is one of those eras that, my God, characters left, right, and every which way but Sunday, all over the place. And this is what I'm talking about in terms of professional wrestling. Characters up the butt. Because that's what makes wrestling to me. You got the characters, you got the storylines, and you got the matches all rolled up in one nice package. That's what wrestling is to me, so... But, Alyx, do you want to just go down memory lane, and or do you want to hit on big bullet points each year?
I want to do memory lane really quickly, dude, because
Okay,
I always...
Now,
go ahead.
I was not watching WWF at the time. I was watching WCW, but I have researched and watched it all over again. So... to me, here's two big things, and I'm going to do memory lane, and I'm kind of going to hit bullet points at the same time.
Good. Cool.
WrestleMania, leading up to WrestleMania 14, when we had Tyson at the Rumble, and then Austin wins the Rumble, and then the next night on Raw, Tyson and Austin. And the reason I say Tyson and Austin, because those two words are two of the most loudest, most profound things I've ever heard in commentary ever because of JR. And by the way, JR is a god. I mean,
voice of the Attitude Era. Tyson and Austin! Tyson and Austin! Awesome.
Amazing. That guy could sell me this tissue and I'd fucking buy it.
No.
That's how good JR is.
He can sell a pile of shit. I'll probably still buy it too. I won't give a shit. JR just makes
I mean, JR just wow. And then Shawn Michaels, with DX and Tyson, it was just great, money stuff. And, it's funny, Alyx, because look at the Hall of Fame class of last year, and look at the Hall of Fame class of this year. Aren't they two different sides of a coin?
Definitely.
Last year's was whatever. I don't even remember last year's. I just know Drew Carey. That's what I'm, mainly getting at.
Last year's was remembered because Shawn Michaels was involved.
Oh, yeah, Shawn. How can I forget Shawn? But this year is stacked. And then when I heard they were inducting Mike Tyson, I'm like, yes, because that is somebody for the celebrity wing that deserves it because of what he did for WrestleMania 14, stacking that show, making that show as big as possible. And, media attention, Tyson, Austin, press conferences, media, ESPN, the whole nine. It was all over the place in 97. Or 98, actually. Not 97, 98. And then, just the build-up between Shawn and Austin. And not only that, but you had... This is one of my favorite segments ever in wrestling is... I call it the dumpster incident, just because that to me sounds justified. And for those of you who are like, what the hell is that? I'm going to explain it to you. Cactus Jack, Mick Foley, and Terry Funk, who was known as Chainsaw Charlie, which is, in my opinion, underrated, fun character in the Attitude Era. Feuding at the time with New Age Outlaws, and they had a no rules, bring anything you want match on Raw a couple weeks before No Way Out, and Cactus Jack brought a dumpster, and it was on the stage, and he jumps off the bottom part of the Titantron on the Terry Funk, who's in the dumpster, and the Outlaws come out, tie the dumpster's lid shut, and push it off the stage. Now, to me, when I first saw that, I went, whoa! Because that just, holy shit, I've never seen anything like that.
You had a lot of those moments in the Attitude Era, Preston.
Yeah,
I mean, talk about a moment that made me go, whoa. I keep going back to this. Mankind being thrown off the top of the Hell in a Cell.
Right, which I was kind of waiting to get to that, but...
I mean, dude, if you want to go in order, that's fine with me, but keep going.
I kind of want to go in order somewhat, but, whatever. But, and when they did that, you know, that segment to me just spoke volumes, because, you know, and then, like, all the fallout with the paramedics and stuff like that, that was a big deal when they did that stunt or segment. And I'm like, damn, that's a, you know, that led up to their, to me, infamous, legendary dumpster match at WrestleMania 14. And I'm going to talk about a lot of it. We're going to talk about a lot about WrestleMania 14 because there's some big stuff on this show. Another one I want to talk about is Kane and Undertaker. I mean, how can we not?
Oh, holy shit.
One of the best feuds ever, in my opinion, is Kane and Undertaker.
Goddamn right. Two of the best characters in WWE history colliding. Fuck yeah. And they had a long build to this match as well. You talking about a year build, because at first Taker said, I don't want to beat my brother. I will not fight my own flesh and blood. But took a lot of, you know, it took some time. Next thing you know, we see Kane and Taker in a tag team, Brothers of Destruction. Fuck yeah. Fuck the world.
One of my favorite segments when it pertains to The Undertaker, and JR is the reason why. The Royal Rumble, which we're going to go back to, when Kane, you know, the first ever time the casket was lit on fire, which was fucking amazing. And, you know, Taker, you know, when they opened the casket, wasn't in there. The next night on Raw, you know, Kane's cutting this promo and he's doing something, I don't remember, but I just remember this, and it's one of my favorite things probably ever in professional wrestling. I put this in my top 10 list of favorite things in terms of just segment-wise, is Taker is in a casket. Well, you don't know this, but Taker's in a casket on the top of the stage, and I can't even do the line justice, but JR, you know, lightning just hit that coffin. JR does it amazing. I don't even want to try and do it. And Taker's, you know, I will walk through hell to fight you, Kane, and just this segment just fucking rules. And then, you know, they just, you know, go at it, and just that, one of my favorite feuds ever. And then their match at WrestleMania 14 is honestly, in my opinion, one of the best WrestleMania matches of all time. Very underrated. Their match at WrestleMania 14. That match does not get a lot of talk or praise or anything on it. I think that's that's bullshit in my opinion. Great feud. And then of course their fucking Inferno match, and I know they had one other match.
Did they have Buried Alive? Was it Buried Alive?
No, it wasn't Buried Alive.
Well, there was another match. I forgot what it was.
They've had two Inferno matches, because one of those is on Raw, because I have it on Taker's Deadliest Matches DVD set. They've had two Inferno matches, but I don't think they were the same year. I know they had another match in between Unforgiven and WrestleMania. Maybe they didn't. I think they did for some reason, but their Inferno match is awesome. You know, of course, you know, Kane gets set on fire, which is a cool segment, and the match is really great, you know, and just the fact that WWE was able to pull that off, the fire around the ring, and then, you know, when they do the big moves, the flames would shoot up. Just really cool. Fun match. I like it a lot. But, you know, WrestleMania 14, Austin wins the title, and then, fuck. we just hit the ground running from that point.
We're off to the races, people. This is where we got started.
You know, his matches with Dude Love, especially their match at Over the Edge, were awesome. The first two matches he had, you know, Unforgiven and then Over the Edge, leading up, you know, after his win at WrestleMania 14, were great stuff. And then, you know, he does the match with Undertaker at SummerSlam, which was fucking awesome. How can I forget? The night after WrestleMania, there was some thing with the dumpster match, so they had to redo the tag match, and it was inside the big blue steel cage, which to me it looks like that thing hurts like a fucking son of a bitch. Yeah. And then the new formation of DX, because Shawn Michaels is out, so you got Chyna, you got Hunter, you got Road Dogg, and you got
Billy Gunn. And X-Pac.
And, you know, oh yeah, X-Pac. I forget X-Pac.
Did you forget about X-Pac? What's wrong with you?
But, you know, that was great, too. DX was a lot of fun. I don't know which one I like more, the 2006 DX or the original. I like them both about the same.
I like them all. I just love DX.
I'm the same, Alex. I like them all. But, you know, the formation of DX, or the newer formation, I should say, like I said, SummerSlam that year, where, you know, Taker and Austin had an amazing match, and then, you know, really, to me, after SummerSlam is when Austin McMahon really hit it high gear. Because at Breakdown, that's where the triple threat match, where I don't even remember the finish of the match.
What was the
but it was Taker versus Kane versus Austin.
Oh, and Taker and Kane pinned Austin at the same time.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. And then McMahon takes the belt, and the it's mine, and he flips him off. Yeah, because that's when he takes Smoking Skull. And then after that, the Judgment Day, double pin, and Austin, gets fired, and then, the piss his pants segment, and then...
Oh, dude, those segments between Austin and Vince McMahon were...
Of course, the big truck,
losing the hospital, he whacked him upside the head.
Bedpan, beer truck, which we'll get to when we get to 15.
Hey, his guy's sitting here pouring cement into his car.
All those segments that they did with Austin
fucking
McMahon.
Beer truck moment, oh my god. Amazing stuff with Vince McMahon and Stone Cold Steve Austin, man. That was a
He's gonna crash McMahon's party! Just fucking awesome shit.
Yeah. Seriously.
Just in between there is Taker, Foley, Hell in the Cell. Of course, Kane and Austin, Bad Blood, or not Bad Blood, First Blood match.
And dude, I seriously want to talk about this. Going back to DX, the New Age Outlaws. We overlooked them so fucking much, but these guys were so over back in their time. They had the crowd. They had
honestly, I mean, New Age Outlaws, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
This generation next. Positive to you.
Team champions
of the world.
The Road Dogg, Jesse James, the Badass the New Age Outlaws, just the best fucking entrance ever.
They had the entire crowd saying that. Who can fucking do that? That's a long ass catchphrase.
Here's the only two people that can do that, in my opinion: Rock and Austin. That's about it, honestly.
Rock, Austin, apparently.
Repeat their catchphrases when they're saying them. Those are like three of the guys that I can think of that do it the most. And New Age Outlaws had everybody in the palm of their hands when they were, top of the world, tag team champions. I'm a big Road Dogg fan. I know John is too. Billy Gunn, I like him. I thought he was good, but to me, Road Dogg was, without a doubt, the best character of, that tag team. So yeah.
Talk about characters, man. This was when characters truly
fucking awesome.
This was like the era of characters, but
I know we're hitting the big stuff with Austin, but like we brought up the Brood, and I think we should bring them up again.
Oh fuck yeah, we should go right ahead.
This was the start of Edge and Christian, but Gangrel
underrated.
Fondest memories. I started watching old stuff from the Attitude Era was Gangrel. I don't know what it is. I think it's the entrance, man. And he's not a bad worker either, but the entrance just what made me go, holy fuck!
Come up and spit blood at the ring ramp and stuff.
The fucking stage with the fire and then the blood just made me go, wow, that's cool. And he's got the teeth and the vampire. I'm like, damn, that's fucking awesome. At least he wasn't half bad in the ring either. So Gangrel's an underrated character, really cool shit. So then of course the Brood, which is fun faction. I like that team a lot. Fun stuff. What else? I'm trying to think what I want to go to next.
Talking about
Austin McMahon stuff. Fuck, you could go on for days.
That's what I do. Come on, man. What about The Rock? We can't miss out about The Rock.
True.
Can't do that now.
It's Nation.
Yeah.
DX parody of Nation of Domination.
Oh my god. The Croc just came from the bathroom. You just said what The Rock was cooking. Oh my god.
Look how big my damn nose is. What am I, an aardvark? Woo! Oh my god.
Oh my god.
He fucking kicks ass.
He was bacon. But it was bacon. Oh my god. This DX.
Oh my god. That parody just, holy shit.
All their parodies are fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I mean, we can go on forever about the characters. But we also had some memorable matches as well. I don't think we talked enough about
definitely.
I mean, one of the matches that I remember that I had to bring up first, like you said, was the Hell in the Cell. Hell in the Cell.
That match I've seen, I would say 100 times at this point. I've seen it so many times, it's ridiculous. every single time, it still takes my breath away. Especially, I mean, the one through the table is amazing, but the one through the cell, God, I cringe every time. Just because of how Foley fucking lands. It looks like he literally was, you know, in a car crash. And the commentary says it all. When JR and King, by the way, they are the best commentary team, mind you, in my opinion, ever in professional wrestling history.
Agreed.
But
JR
and King.
That match is
that match.
That's synonymous with the Attitude Era. We can't talk about the Attitude Era without talking about Mankind getting thrown off the top of the cell. It's almost impossible. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, another thing is, that's one of my favorite feuds ever. Mankind and Undertaker. I fucking love that feud. Because it's my favorite incarnation of the Undertaker of all time, just because of how, in my opinion, it made the Undertaker more sympathetic, if that makes any sense at all. Just to me, I may not be alone in this, but Mankind and Taker just made Taker more relatable for some reason to me. Every time I watch that feud, especially like their matches and stuff, just I feel for Taker more just because of Mankind is such a fucking badass, you know, ruthless guy, and Taker to me is just, yeah, Taker's vulnerable. He's more vulnerable when he's facing Mankind. And to me, Taker seems like an underdog. I know that probably seems. Maybe I'm not thinking alone here, but
Preston, I think it's the opposite. I think it's the other way around. I thought Mankind was like seriously vulnerable. Well, actually, no. I see where you're going with that because again, Mankind just came off as this unstoppable.
Yeah,
fucking.
It seemed like, and by the way, he beat Taker twice with Finn McClaw, which back then nobody beat Undertaker, and I'm talking 96, 95 here.
Yeah.
When they did that feud. I mean, their Buried Alive match, first ever one, was awesome. Their Boiler Room Brawl, to me, is, in my opinion, one of the best hardcore matches ever. Their match where Taker's champion and he puts Foley through the table head first and lights Paul Bearer's face on fire. By the way, I want to talk about Paul Bearer in a second. Just that feud, I don't know, it's, like I said, just so great. And then, you know, it all culminates, Hell in the Cell. You know, Foley, you know, he's a great promo cutter, and all the promos he cut before, you know, that Hell in the Cell match. And, you know, leading up to it, just, you know, crazy Terry Funk. You know, I gotta give Terry Funk some credit for this. You know, he said, why not start the match on top of the cell? Well, that idea would never speak more volumes than it did.
Man.
Because the first throw, I mean, fuck. Good God Almighty! Good God Almighty! He's been broken in half!
And then, Preston, what was amazing about it, he got back up.
He got the fuck up! He's got a smile on his face! For God's sakes! Just that, the commentary.
And went back to the match, got back on top of the cell.
Through the fucking cell, and still did the match, and got thrown on thumbtacks twice.
He did the match unconscious, because Mick Foley even asked backstage.
He doesn't remember shit after, I think, the first or second fall. One of the falls, he doesn't remember anything. It's just like, you did a match basically out in no fucking where land. Just, you don't even know what the hell's going on. And you had a great match.
He went backstage and asked, Terry Funk, dude, did I use thumbtacks?
Just...
Amazing,
wow.
Man.
And the thing is the match itself is not very long, but fuck, it doesn't matter. Those two falls, that could have been the match right there, and we would still be talking about it. But shit, introducing thumbtacks, and both guys were literally exhausted. I mean, I know Foley was because he fucking broke his foot. Foley got fucked up. But him and Taker were both just exhausted after that match, and like I said, it's not very long in terms of bell to bell. I don't think it is, but I mean, I've seen that match, like I said, probably 100 times or more, and it's just still, every time.
I can't get tired of it. I can watch it every day, all day.
It's classic. In my opinion, it's a classic match, and, you know, people want to say, oh, it's garbage wrestling or whatever. Fuck you, man. That match is...
Yeah, tons of classics in the Attitude Era. We talk about a ladder match. I thought the ladder match between Triple H and Rock, I forgot what...
For the Intercontinental title, the same SummerSlam from, not Foley, but Taker and Austin. Yeah, it's a great match, too.
Then Taker and Austin was an awesome match as well.
Yeah, that and like I said, Taker and Kane had great stuff. Foley and Austin, just fucking Rock Foley. My God, how can we forget Rock Foley?
We can't forget about Mick Foley and The Rock. It's fucking
my
great.
opinion, another great feud as well. They traded the WWF title more than once. They've had classic matches. Their last man standing match, I Quit match is, of course, their most famous. Halftime Heat Empty Arena match, Falls Count Anywhere, a great match in my opinion. But their I Quit match, I think, is the one that will be talked about probably till the end of time. Because to me, it's right up there with Hell in the Cell. It's just shy because of a couple things. One, the match itself is brutal as hell, and the two spots towards the end when Foley goes off of the balcony or whatever through the fucking speakers or whatever the hell that shit was, just amazing spot, and then the chairs. I swear to God, I think it's 20 chair shots or more, just straight to the skull with handcuffs. It's just so fucking brutal and nasty. And, the fact of the matter is Foley didn't actually quit, which, to me, if I would have been in that situation, I would have, but that's me. Foley's got some goddamn balls.
That's why they say Foley's God. Because It's like, he's not human. He has to be something else. Definitely, dude.
And like I said, I think they traded that title back and forth 2 or 3 times, and
twice, at least twice, I believe. Yeah.
Foley won the title, of course, the no DQ match where Austin comes out and Foley wins the title for the first time. Because Austin comes out with goddamn that pop. If you've never seen Rock,
oh my God.
My God, when Austin comes, first of all, Austin's pops are always amazing, but for some reason that pop. When it's Rock Foley and he comes out, Jesus Christ, the roof's gone.
Preston, that's another reason I love the Attitude Era. The crowd.
The crowd. Yeah.
Those pops gave you fucking goosebumps. I am telling you, man, that was too crazy.
Especially for Rock Austin. When their stuff hit, there was no roof on whatever arena they were in because it was gone.
Oh, and don't let Stone Cold Steve Austin stunner anybody. They lost their fucking lunch over the stunners. People would buy tickets just
Stunner and the place would explode again. And Austin can be stunnering everybody from the refs to the ring announcers to whoever. And the place would just be going bananas. And that's another thing. I miss those crowds from the Attitude Era because they're just not that rabid anymore. I mean, yeah, crowds still go nuts. Don't get me wrong, but it's not that same feeling.
Not to that degree.
Fuck.
Man, those crowds popped, man, it was epidemic. It was nuts. You felt like watching it home, I want to fucking be there.
Exactly. And to me, that's when wrestling's at its best, that's what it is. When you're sitting at home and go, I want to go to a fucking Raw, or I want to go to a pay-per-view or whatever, that's when wrestling's at its best.
My God, man, I missed those
WrestleMania 15 is... To me, WrestleMania 15 is a one-match card. Really, to be quite honest, it's Rock Austin. Really, the rest of the card to me it's a nothing show.
Nothing really memorable about it. I'll give you that.
Like I said, the only thing I can remember that's really worth talking about is Rock and Austin because of course, excuse me, the beer truck, of course. And then just all the Shaq right into that SmackDown, roll right into the room, 316, and burn that son of a bitch to the ground is one of my favorite Austin lines of all time. The night after when he gets his, Backlash that year, he gets the Smoking Skull belt back, which, the same night is when Stephanie got abducted by the Undertaker, and then, what the hell was it called, where Vince, it was me, Austin, son of a bitch, what the hell
was that? He was the mastermind of the corporation.
Yeah, what the hell was behind the fucking thing, it was some fucking shit. But yeah, that's one of my favorite things too, the answer. That reveal of Vince and, JR, son of a bitch. Just love that line for some reason.
But yeah, Preston, let me just say this real quickly because we know we want to talk about this too. Everybody wants to praise the Attitude Era as the perfect era. Nothing went wrong.
Me and Alyx could go on for days about the praises, but like I said in the beginning, we are going to hit the bad stuff, and trust me, there is bad stuff. The first thing I want to touch on is, first of all, here's, like I said, Vince Russo and the Angles. We're going to do the Angles first, and then we're going to get on Vince Russo, and it's not going to be pretty. Katie Vick's not the Attitude Era. As bad as it is, it just scrapes by the time frame we're in. The Attitude Era to me is only from 97 to about 2000, maybe early 2001. So that's when I can, early, after 2001 is the Ruthless Aggression Era until about 2006. But I think the one that I know of the most that I think is the worst is the angle where Marlena, who was Goldust's, was Goldust's manager, who was Terry Runnels, the miscarriage thing from Ed Ferrara, fucking stupid as hell, that angle. Miscarriage. Not miscarriage, the birth of a hand from Mae Young.
Oh my god.
Fuck thought that up should be goddamn fired. If they aren't fired or released already.
Keep going.
The fucking transvestite angle with Mark Henry.
Oh my god. Did they also do something with the guy winning the women's championship? I forgot who that was. That was stupid.
Yes, they did. Now that you speak of that, I don't know who the fuck it was.
It was referee. I think it was referee.
It's the referee, yeah. What the fuck?
This guy. I forgot what it was.
Shit.
It wasn't Tim White. It was somebody else. Crap.
Tim White.
Keep going, though, Preston. What else happened that was...
there was one more that I just, fucking forgot. Miscarriage, Mae Young, Mark Henry.
The quality of the matches weren't really all that good.
Val Venus getting fucking castrated.
That was fucking stupid. That was dumb.
And wow.
Oh my god. Oh. Thanks for that, Preston. That was not something I wanted to...
Val Venus in general had some really bad. I mean, yeah, he was obviously a ripoff of Rick Rude, and anybody who thinks different, what the hell are you smoking?
I mean, again, good character though. I love his portrayal.
Yeah, he's a good character, but Jesus Christ, he was in some bad segments. Fuck. Then I'm sure there are more, but those are the ones that I know of off the top of my head that just suck the ever-loving shit known as bad angles in professional wrestling. And speaking of Vince Russo, okay, you motherfucker, let's go. And I've done one. Here we go. We're gonna go for round two. Vince Russo taking claim that he is responsible for the Attitude Era and Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock and all this other shit. Bullshit. Fuck you. You did not make The Rock and Stone Cold in some of those great angles and great matches that were a part of the Attitude Era. And if anybody thinks that, and if Vince Russo thinks that, you're a fucking idiot.
See, guys, here's how it happens, guys. Because, see, Vince Russo was under the management of Vince McMahon, who pretty much filtered off the bad shit.
Whether you hate Vince or love Vince, he was under the mastermind of Vince McMahon. To me, still is today and was at that time. I mean, yes, there's been droughts in WWE, and people can say it sucks now or whatever. To me, Vince has always been good for the most part. I mean, really, if I really want to be real here, the only time that I consider WWF/WWE bad is this period. 92, 93 to about the middle of 05, and that's not everything, that's just the majority of the shows. And 2007 are the only years that I consider bad professional wrestling in WWE that I've seen. Of course, people don't go to the 80s and 2007. I'm just going off of the last 20-something years.
I mean, we've had droughts in wrestling, of course.
Oh, we'll always have droughts. It's any sport or any profession, whatever. But keep going, Alex. I need to,
I mean, it's just this whole thing about, Vince Russo claiming that he was the mastermind behind the Attitude Era. Like I just said, he was only good because Vince McMahon was there to filter his bad shit.
He was his filter to weed through the bullshit that is.
Yeah, and also, he had the talents to make it work. Okay, in an interview, Vince Russo pretty much said the highest rated segment on Raw was the This Is Your Life segment with The Rock and Mankind. Remember that segment? That was awesome, by the way. Right. He said they should be kissing his feet for making that.
I watched that right before we recorded this, and when he said that, my jaw hit the fucking floor.
I said, are you fucking kidding me?
Kissing your feet? You can suck my balls,
does this man honestly believe
piece of shit? Fucking Vince Russo, I hate you.
He just threw The Rock and Mankind to the side, so he just felt like, nah, it wasn't for The Rock and Mankind.
Fuck them, fuck The Rock, fuck off the Mankind. It's all about Vince Russo.
Son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
The only reason that segment was awesome was because The Rock and Mankind was in it.
Yes.
I get it. I'll get it. Okay. I'll give him credit for organizing the segment. But he didn't do shit. Okay? The ones that made the segment was The Rock.
Here's the thing. Just because Vince Russo maybe wrote something and came up with an idea does not mean he should be given all the fucking credit in the world for writing it. You have to have the right people and the right everything to make something work. You can write the greatest movie or the greatest script or the greatest wrestling storyline in the world, but if you don't have the actors and you don't have the stuff to portray it, then what's the point of writing?
Think about it this way.
Here's an example. That's like having Nightmare on Elm Street without Robert Englund. It doesn't work. That's the same thing with professional wrestling. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
But think about it this way, bro. Replace The Rock and Mankind with Al Snow and, I don't know, somebody random.
Venus or fucking...
The fell on his fucking ass.
Steve Blackman.
You can't do that shit with just anybody. You had Mankind and The Rock who could turn anything to go at the time. So, of course it was going to be awesome. And of course it's going to draw a lot of ratings. That's not Vince Russo. I mean, again, he organized it, and he should get partial credit for it, but not the entire fucking thing. You should be kissing my feet. Kiss my ass.
Yes. Yes, kiss my ass, Vince Russo. But, Vince Russo, fuck you. I hate you. Go die in a hole.
And then this man went to WCW and made David Arquette the WCW World Champion.
And by the way, the fact that he blamed that on Tony Schiavone, you fucker.
No, Vince Russo, that was your idea. That was your idea.
100%. That's like you blaming Dutch Mantel for the fucking shit you did in TNA. You are a backstabbing, ball-cutting son of a bitch. That's my fucking thoughts on Vince Russo. Okay. Alright, let's move on to actually good stuff again in the Attitude Era. Let's it's funny. Okay. After WrestleMania 15, we had more Rock and Austin feuding.
Actually, Preston, when it comes to 1999, I don't remember too much. I know the Big Show came in. That was
that was the introduction of Paul White.
Jericho came in, but he didn't do much. He didn't do much in 1999.
Well, of course, the debut, which was amazing. That debut was awesome, and Jericho doesn't actually like that. We'll talk about China in a minute. Jericho doesn't like that debut, which I think is kind of weird because, of course, Jericho, that was, fucking, whatever the hell that was. No, it was 99.
It was? Okay.
It was the same pay-per-view that they had the first ever tag team ladder match, which we'll talk about that too. Jericho, to me, when he came in, he didn't really he didn't hit the ground running just yet, but he became, big as hell.
You debuted against Rock, of course you're gonna be
China. China's a mixed bag with me because to me she is unique. Something the business has never really seen before. Wasn't bad in the ring. Her match with Jeff Jarrett at No Mercy 99, the housekeeping match. It's a fun match. I have it on the Intercontinental title DVD set I have. China to me, was with DX. Cool bodyguard. Like I said, China's good. I don't have a problem with China. She's a lot better than half the wrestlers in WWE nowadays in terms of.
There's a reason why she's called the ninth wonder of the world. There is. This woman was wrestling against men. She can wrestle.
I said I wanted to touch on Paul Bearer, and I do want to do that. Paul Bearer to me in the Attitude Era was awesome. Especially the whole stuff with Kane and Undertaker, and then one of my favorite segments is when Taker attacks Paul Bearer in his house, and then when he dumps him in the fucking sewer drain. Those two segments stick out of my mind for whatever reason because they're both awesome in my opinion. When I think it's Kane and Austin or Kane and Taker take Paul Bearer out in the street, pull up a fucking manhole and dump him in it head first. That was fucking awesome. And then of course Taker beats the shit out of Paul Bearer for whatever the hell reason. I don't remember what exactly. I think it was during the whole Kane thing. Who else would it? Tag team ladder match. The Hardys and Edge and Christian at No Mercy. Legendary match, just because first ever tag team ladder match, and it was so innovative, and it was in Cleveland, and big match.
One of the few matches that set the bar really high for the tag team wrestling.
Yeah.
And since then, it has never been touched, and that's why people look down on tag team wrestling as Again, yeah. It almost, in a sense, set it too high. And since then, tag team wrestling has not been looked upon high since then, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Was it 99 the same year Austin got run down?
Yes, it has to be at Survivor Series.
We'll talk about that.
Alright, your mic's getting fucked up.
It is?
Say it again.
Hello?
Still shitty. You sound digital. Say it again.
Hello?
Better. Much better. You're good.
Okay. Are we start over?
Yeah, start from 1999 about Austin getting ran over.
Okay. Tell me when we're going.
Go ahead. It's already
recorded. Okay. 99 was the year Austin got ran over by, the mystery person, which it took him a year almost to figure out who it was. Grant Steve!
I did it for The Rock. I did it for The Rock.
Well, we'll get to that in a second. By the way, we're not done with The Rock yet. Let me finish my thing here. Okay. This was one of those storylines that when they built it over a year, it worked. Because, who's the suspects, all this stuff. I don't know if it's still up on YouTube, but somebody chronicalized the entire Austin ran over storyline. They have it all, like all the segments and stuff. I don't know if it's still up there. If it is, go watch it. It's awesome. And then, it eventually leads to, Rikishi, which I'm like, why? I mean, Rikishi's funny, but him as a heel just does not work. And his push to me was just bad booking, bad decision.
Well, I'll say it like this. I thought Rikishi as a heel wasn't bad. I thought he did bad.
Well, yeah. I agree. I mean, it doesn't make sense. But at the same time,
it didn't make sense. It was bad timing for real. Because I thought,
and their no holds barred match that they had at that No Mercy 90. No, it was No Mercy 2000. I'm fucking up my dates. No Mercy 2000.
For what? What was it?
What? No Mercy 99. Whatever the hell. The match, Austin comes back and beats him up.
No Mercy 2000. You're right. No Mercy 2000.
And then he hits him with the truck, or is gonna run him over. And he hits the cop.
Got stopped by the cops. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Survivor Series. Holy shit, Survivor Series. The reason I say that is
that was
Austin and Triple H, no DQ. Fucking awesome match. This is when the Radicals came in with, Dean Malenko, Perry Saturn, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, one of my favorite factions of all time. Radicals are fucking awesome. And then, that's what they help Triple H, and Triple H escapes, and he's gonna run over Austin again. But Austin outpicks him, outsmarts him, and he gets a forklift. And then, I just love this segment, because he picks Triple H up to this forklift, and if this was real, I think he's like 30 fucking feet in the air. And he dumps him, and he's like, Austin, don't, holy shit, boom, he hits the fucking cement, and he splatters the motherfucker.
One of the most memorable moments of Survivor Series history. I remember that match at the back of my hand.
And then, Triple H returns, and then they start screwing each other, not figuratively. Austin screwed by Triple H. Triple H screws Austin at Royal Rumble or something like that, or on a Raw for the world title. Then they just keep, screwing each other for the belt. And I know that sounds wrong. They keep.
It's screwing each other, Joe.
And then they lead up to their 3 stages of hell match at No Way Out 2001. Holy fuck. That match is amazing.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Just wow. Incredible match. It starts out regular wrestling match, the street fight, fucking amazing, and then their cage match is awesome. Set the standard for 3 stages of hell matches, and was just great match. Like I said, great storyline, great year build, great payoff, just great period.
But if I could take the wheels from here, Preston, I do want to talk about what happened during Austin's absence, because one man came up when he left. That man was The Rock. this was when The Rock really took off as a top babyface. We started getting this man just saying all kind of shit. One of my favorite catchphrases of this time was, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna shine it up real nice. I'm gonna turn that son bitch sideways.
That's one of my favorites as well.
Oh man,
I love the one, and they mentioned it earlier. We did too. The promo he does, the Raw before the Armageddon Hell in the Cell. I'm gonna drink some steam wipers. I'm gonna get my pickup truck. I'm gonna listen to some Backstreet Boys. I did it for The Rock.
I did it for The Rock. Oh God.
I love when he does Taker because he goes cross-eyed when he rolls his eyes back in his head. He's like,
when The Rock dissed people back then was fucking hilarious.
Fuck, man, The Rock's amazing.
I remember this one promo he did on Billy Gunn. He was talking about, he was all like, you're speaking to God, and God's all like, Bob, my name is Billy. It doesn't matter what your name is.
But you still suck, yeah. My favorite is the short bus one. He does the Booker T and Rhino.
Oh my God.
I can't even quote it. It's so good. Beep beep. It's just hilarious promo. If you've never seen it, look it up. It's got Jericho in it too, and Rock and Jericho is just fucking gold. Just great stuff.
Oh my God. And then I also remember this one promo, the Rock would diss everybody. I remember him dissing Kane and Taker. He would, the way he dissed Kane was fucking hilarious. My name is Kane, and I am a Rooty Poo Candy. I can't say what it is.
I have that on the Rock DVD that I got. Oh my God. And then when he would do the backstage antics with the interviewers, like Coach and whatever the hell that guy is. Stick your finger in your nose, Hermie, or whatever the hell that guy.
Kevin Kelly.
Kevin Kelly. And then, the coach.
Oh my God.
Coach, man.
He made fun of him so much he made him a household name.
Oh my God, it was hilarious.
He put Coach over, by the way, by how many times he made fun of him. That was just ridiculous.
Yep, he did. It was great. Great shit. Oh, man, Rock was, he was cooking, literally, back
in that feud he had with Triple H when Austin was gone.
Great.
Amazing.
Great feud. Their cage match at overseas pay-per-view, I think it was one of the Carnage pay-per-views or something like that. They had a great cage match on a pay-per-view one time for the title, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Had some classics on Raws and pay-per-views. Just a great fucking feud. Rock was amazing. He's just as good as Austin in my opinion. So yeah.
The Rock was awesome, man. He really took the helm of things when Austin left. And I think he held the fort down pretty well until he came back.
Two more things I want to talk about that I just thought of is we're going to talk about Undertaker, Stone Cold, and then we're going to talk about when Austin got control of the WWF.
One more thing, though, because we have to talk about this one guy. This is just for me personally. Okay. One of my favorite wrestlers during the Attitude Era wasn't actually a wrestler. It was Shane McMahon. Loved that kid.
I am a Shane McMahon fan.
I am a huge Shane McMahon fan. I love that guy. He was crazy as hell, man.
Fearless. Jump off everything. Titantrons, rings, scaffoldings, you name it. He would jump off the ceiling and land in a soda can. He was insane.
Pretty athletic too for a small guy like that. Loved his match against Steve Blackman at SummerSlam 2000.
Yeah, where he takes that. Fuck, that bump's 30 feet, I think, where he fucking falls from the top of the Titantron to that the big wooden thing. Then when he jumps off Big Show on the Titantron from Backlash, where the Last Man Standing match, which is a great match.
God, it's freaking sick.
Another thing we didn't talk about was the hardcore division in WWF, which that was a lot of fun with Raven and all that stuff they did with the hardcore title. Hardcore was fun. I liked hardcore. Crash Holly was the Houdini of hardcore. That was a lot of fun when he was in the Aaron Porter in the Fun House or whatever the fuck.
When they had the 24-hour rule. Oh yeah. I love Crash Holly. He was
fun stuff.
It had some fun hardcore matches back then, dude.
One that is, to me, one of the worst matches I've ever seen is Patterson-Briscoe evening gown hardcore title match from King of the Ring 99.
Oh, goodness, shoot.
Oh, my God.
God.
So bad. So terrible.
And then we also had Kurt Angle. Can't forget about him now. Oh, the Olympic gold medal.
The guy who became a star 1 year and... Sorry, just... you gotta read them Twitter messages he put up on his Twitter account.
But no, for real, Kurt Angle was a fucking beast when he first...
Hell yeah, he was.
That guy was fucking hilarious. He had a sense of humor that just... Oh, my God. This is crazy, man. And then he became King of the Ring, won all those championships, European Championship, IC Championship, Tag Team Championship, and they got the World Championship within a year's time. Holy crap, we're talking about... Oh, God, man. Kurt Angle was a beast during that time.
I think we should... we were already kind of talking about 2001. Another feud I want to talk about real quick is... Triple H Mick Foley.
Oh yes! Wow.
There, 2 matches on pay-per-view.
Yeah, 2 matches on pay-per-view. Yeah.
Their street fight and their Hell in the Cell. Amazing.
Like you say, man. We talk about people putting over. I think because again, Triple H was coming off of that DX run. He was well over as a babyface, and when he turned heel, people just really hated it. They wasn't getting behind it at all. And I felt like his matches with Mick Foley was what helped really solidify him as a top heel in that company. You know what I'm saying, Preston?
Especially that street fight and that Hell in the Cell where he where he God damn it, I hate it when we have peanut gallery because they fucking make me laugh.
Hell in the Cell, come on.
Those 2 matches, especially the pedigree on the thumbtacks, and then the Hell in the Cell where Foley lets the 2x4 on fire, and then backdrop through the cell through the ring, fucking amazing. But yeah, 2001 is, in my opinion, underrated year because we go from 3, in my opinion, amazing pay-per-views in a row. Royal Rumble 2001. Fucking fantastic pay-per-view. Chris Benoit, Chris Jericho ladder match, Intercontinental title. Fucking awesome.
Kane dominating the Royal Rumble.
That is, I think, my favorite Rumble of all time. Like, seriously. Like,
and then Austin returning to win it.
Match of all time. Just because of, A, it's fun as hell. That hardcore, the way they do the hardcore stuff with the trash cans and everything, fun as hell. But I love that Rumble match. And then Austin... Royal Rumble 316! Just great Rumble match. Like I said, No Way Out, great pay-per-view, and the WrestleMania 17, one of the best WrestleManias, if not the best WrestleMania of all time.
Definitely.
And we get into the Invasion angle. Which, a lot of stuff has been said about the Invasion angle. Some people hate it, some people love it. I'm in the middle. I like it. The Invasion pay-per-view is a lot of fun. Really, what came out of the Invasion angle was a lot of fun matches, like the King of the Ring with the triple threat for the world title, where Chris Benoit and Chris Jericho were with the Alliance, and then that pay-per-view had Shane McMahon, Kurt Angle.
Oh, I love that match.
Shit.
Holy shit.
I think the only thing you really have to say is those German suplexes and throws through those glass partitions.
The belly suplexes through the glass panels, yeah.
The first one where the fucking thing doesn't break and Shane lands on his head and it sounds like a goddamn bowling ball got dropped on the cement.
Yeah, I think that was the one where he broke his collarbone. I think so.
Yeah. No, that was, or something. Yeah. And then he throws it through the glass. Then he, the one, when they go inside, he Germans him like 4 or 5 times in that glass, and then Kurt goes, fuck it, and just throws him head first through the thing. The angle slam off the top rope, just an amazing, hardcore, brutal match. Shane McMahon does the shooting star, but hits the trash can and no Kurt Angle, just fucking, holy crap.
Oh my god, one of my favorite matches. I think that was.
I love the feud between Kurt Angle and Stone Cold.
That
$1 million Princess is a Dairy Queen.
The rehashing of the beer truck moment was awesome with the milk truck. That was great.
That was great. I love that. They had a couple of really great matches at SummerSlam 2001 with Bodies by Drowning Pool. The reason I remember that is the entrance video with the music video and WWF in it. Fucking great.
By the way, speaking of the commentary, I thought Paul Heyman alongside Jim Ross.
Beat me to it. Paul Heyman is awesome on commentary.
Amazing.
Yes.
Seriously. Paul Heyman also did a shoot on Vince McMahon that year as well.
Yeah, I love that shoot.
That was sick. That was sick too. But getting back to what you were saying about SummerSlam,
that's an underrated SummerSlam in my opinion. SummerSlam 2001. Rock and Booker T had a cool feud, of course. Oh wait, no, that's later. Never mind.
So it happened at SummerSlam. You was right. That was right.
Yeah, no. I was gonna give something else, but it's later on in the year. Thinking of something else. And then, Kurt Angle and Austin had a fucking bloody ass match at that SummerSlam. DDP and Undertaker.
Make me famous.
That was a fun feud. I wish DDP would have came in as, the other people's champion and had a feud with The Rock, but hey, you can't, get what you want. But his feud with Undertaker, hey, I'll take it. I'm a DDP mark, so I thought it was a cool feud.
Did we talk about TLC matches, by the way?
No, we haven't. Damn. What more can be said than two of the most amazing matches I've ever fucking seen in my life? The match at SummerSlam 2000 and then the WrestleMania 17 fucking TLC match.
It just killed it. I think that was those two matches that...
Just see them. Honestly, I don't even have anything to say. Just see the matches. They're fucking amazing. The tag team division was awesome back then.
Had TNA, had Jeff Hardy, had the Hardy Boys, had Dudley Boys, had Edge and Christian. You had Kai and Tai. Kai and Tai.
That's a fun faction, Kai and Tai. Right to Censor.
Oh my god.
Underrated in my opinion.
Very underrated tag team. Man.
The women in the Attitude Era were just Sable and Tori Wilson. No, Tori Wilson wasn't in it.
China won China won the IC championship.
China won the IC title. Was in the Rumble. Vince McMahon won a Royal Rumble. That was the 99 one. That's
so
the one where
shit was going on. But getting back here to the invasion angle, a lot of people didn't like this angle because, the big guys wasn't involved. Sting.
But, the thing with that is that was due to A, them, and B, contracts, from what I understand. So,
he didn't want to come.
And to me, in my opinion, WWF, they did a good job. I liked the angle.
Yeah.
Shane McMahon and Stephanie McMahon buying WCW and ECW, to me, it's a fun, angle. Could you rebook stuff differently? Yeah, but everybody rebooks shit. So, it's whatever.
It's one of those things where...
Here's my thing. It is nowhere near, the worst angles ever. It's not even close, in my opinion. I've seen way worse.
It was good, man. I enjoyed it. Who they had, they worked with well, and it was fun. That's what really matters.
Another thing is WWF got who they could. And, some people came in later, of course, but, whatever.
I bitch about it. It was good.
It was good. I liked the pay-per-views leading up to Survivor Series that year where they had, winner take all with love the video package for that with Puddle of Mud. Great video package. By the way, WWF, great video work as always. And then, of course, WWF wins and, then we move on to Vengeance, which is, to me, the end of the Attitude Era for me personally. The end of 2001. Where Jericho beats Rock and Austin the same night, undisputed champion, history is made, and, so yeah.
It's history from there, folks. That was the Attitude Era, I suppose. Now, Preston, look, we look back on this era, and hell, me and you do it all the time, and it's a great era. It's an amazing era, man, and I just have to ask you, man, do you feel like we hold on to this era a bit too much? Because I do feel that there are a lot of fans out there who just can't seem...
You know, my thing is, Alyx, is fans are going to do what they want to do. To me, comparing to the Attitude Era, to me, I don't want to say it's an insult, but...
It's not fair at all. How can you really enjoy wrestling when you're always comparing shit to this era? Because you're always going to not like it, because this was an amazing era, you know what I'm saying?
And my thing is it's yes, it's a great era. It's not even my favorite era in wrestling, but it's one of my favorites. It's in my top 3, of course. But, you know, I mean, it's a great era. I mean, like I said, I brought up the few problems I have with it. There's not really that many. It's pretty much you know, solid as a rock for the most part. I mean, is there bad shows? Yes, every company has bad shows. Get over it. Yeah, today was great. I loved it. Like I said, great. Great commentary, great promos, great everything, great matches. Just great.
Guys,
great
and it was amazing. It's gonna be remembered as one of the best eras, one of the best eras that put wrestling on the map, for sure.
To me, it was the biggest boom period in wrestling ever. I don't know if we'll ever get that again. I don't know if I'll ever see that big of a wrestling period again in my lifetime. I may not, but to me, wrestling back then, it was as hot as it may ever get, and, you know, 2010 to 2025. Yeah, that's not happening.
But yeah, guys, I mean, the Attitude Era was great, but I do want to say this. It happened. It's time to move on. I do think fans are holding on to this era a bit too much. You can look back on it, you can enjoy the moments, but you can't keep holding on to that era.
And, you know, I love revisiting it because I love finding out new angles and new stuff that I've not seen before. That's the glory of YouTube. Thank God for YouTube and wrestling, because you can find about whatever the fuck you want on here. And it's just a great era. Like I said, I love, you know, all kinds of stuff from it, and you know, just had some of my favorite moments ever in wrestling. Some of my favorite characters. Just fucking awesome. I mean, what else can we say? Just amazing era of wrestling. Just
again, man, we can keep on praising his name.
You know, me and Alyx are planning on doing this again with, you know, companies, and I'm sure we'll do other eras. We may even do, you know, the early to mid 90s. I definitely know we're doing Ruthless Aggression. There's no doubt about it. We're definitely going to do 2002 to 2006. Because I want to do it. Because that's my favorite era ever in wrestling, is 02 to 06. Nothing beats that era, in my opinion. The Attitude Era comes close to me. But, I think 07 sucks. That's why I don't include 07. But, that's just me. Benoit's death marked the end of the Ruthless Aggression era. I agree. But, everybody, I think that, if I can say, we'll probably try to make that in the next Wrestling Paradise. I know we've said, you know, we're going to do a schedule. Well, that got thrown the fuck out the window, like it always does. But, Alyx, I think that's all I got to say, so I think we should,
wrap it up?
Yeah, we'll
wrap it up. Alright, guys. Well, thank you for tuning into this edition of Wrestling Paradise. Subscribe to me if you have not. Follow me on Twitter. Follow Preston on Twitter. Check out his link down below, the 619 Mercenary, along with BreMoney2K for John, and Eon Nissen for Ashton. Before Horseman, of course. Check us out, guys. Check them out on Twitter.
New Horseman channel coming soon.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, we're going to plug the fuck out of that, so get used to it. Where all of our videos are going to be for the Horsemen, and not in terms of, you know, collaborations and four-ways and all that. Wrestling Paradise will still be on here, but I think all of our collabs in terms of, you know, different people and units is going to be on that bad boy. So, when we get that up and running, we'll let you guys know and more info and all that. But, by the way, before we get off here, I want to tell you guys about a commentary that's coming up next week, or whatever the hell. The week after WrestleMania, we're gonna do a WrestleMania, you know, aftermath commentary on, you know, the week after WrestleMania. We're gonna do from WrestleMania to SmackDown of that week and shoot it that Saturday night. That would be the 5th of April or 5th or 6th of April when we're gonna shoot that. That's going to be the next Four Horsemen commentary. Whatever the fuck it is, Eon, I'm not good with dates. Leave me alone. But 5th, 6th, 7th, whatever the hell it is, we're going to shoot that for the next Horseman commentary. So keep an eye out for that. Sub to me, sub to John, sub to everybody, and So yeah, we'll catch you on the next one, I guess.
Your boys, the Lex Man and Preston, starting off for Wrestling Paradise. Peace.